ॐ जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। Shri Ramakrishna is telling, God is born as man for the purpose of sporting as man. Rama, Krishna and Chaitanya are examples. By meditating on an incarnation of God, one meditates on God Himself. Clear understanding. God can be realized in 5 ways: as a transcendental reality, that is beyond all, in which the whole universe and all beings appear and disappear; as that unchanging eternal reality, infinite existence, the pure Chaitanya, Sagara. We can realize God as the Nirguna Nirakara, we say. The God without Nama, Rupa, Guna, Kriya and all that. Pure consciousness, no manifestations. But is the cause of everything, and whole energy that manifests as universe and all remains in static or latent form in the absolute. That absolute existence, the absolute reality we call, is Brahman, and God can be realized as Brahman. And when a thing manifests another as another, the same thing is there in another form. Suppose water becomes ice, ice is water itself. Except water, nothing is there. I take sugar and make it a form of a man. That man-like image is sugar itself. Like that, what manifests as what is what it is. Water manifesting as ice, water manifesting as steam, is water itself, in different forms. Like that, when God manifests as universe, universe is nothing but that God. The Nirguna Nirakara, the impersonal absolute, is manifesting as personal being. The whole universe as God, we call it the immanent aspect. God is immanent in it. Water is immanent. Every point you can find that water in ice. Every point in the steam you can find that water, H2O. Whatever form you take of water, as flakes of snow, as fog, as mist, as water, as steam, whatever form you take, it is water alone. Like when God manifests as universe, every bit of it is God. Except God, nothing is there. But when we see the universe, we identify with this body and look, it appears as a multifarious universe. Independent of this body, when you see, throw the body also in that universe, separate from that and look at it's Vishwarupa. When Arjuna gets the Vishwarupa, Krishna transports him beyond the universe. Universe is looking, in which Krishna's body and Arjuna's body are standing in front of each other. This, when I transcend the whole universe and look at the universe, oh, this is God only. I was not able to see God as God, I was seeing God as Word, because I identified with one of the objects of that universe as myself, I separated my body from the rest of the universe. So I am seeing this aspect of God when you realize, when you dissolve your identity with the body and look at this universe, you will see its Vishwarupa. God has to, then we call God is immanent in this universe. God is the transcendental. God is the immanent. Pervading the universe, God is giving existence to all this and making the nature work. Just like fan is there and electricity enters it into it, pervades it and makes it move. Electricity doesn't move. It makes the fan move. So that is making it move. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hridesharjuna tishtati brahmayan sarva bhutani yantra rodani mayaya. He just by his presence is making the whole universe, nature to work. This aspect of God is called the Lord of the universe. The Lord of the universe. We call it Ishvara. God can be realized as this Ishvara. Then again, He is there as the indweller in all beings. Life is expression of consciousness through matter. Through body is a matter. Dead body and body are alive. What is the difference? Why do you call a person is dead? Because the Sat has disappeared. In Kannada we say Sat hoitu. Sat has gone away. This is Asat alone is remaining. Sat, Asat. Now bodily existence. What is the difference between living body and the dead body? Same. Nothing, no difference at all. When there is consciousness, Chaitanya is expressing through matter, life is there. When Chaitanya is withdrawn, it is matter alone. Expression of consciousness through matter is life. So that consciousness, Chaitanya, the God is present. Wherever you see life, there is that expression of Chaitanya through matter. Life is there. So this becomes indweller in the body. Wherever there is life, He is there as the indweller. This we call Antaryamin. God can be realized as Antaryamin, whether he is a sinner or a saint, whether it is an animal or human, whether it is divine beings or creatures on the earth. Every being inside is there as the indweller. Otherwise life is not there. Life disappears. So as Antaryamin, He is dwelling within you, within all. Once you find yourself, God is within you, then He is there in every living being you start seeing. So this Antaryamin and God taking a particular manifestation, visible, imperceptible, all pervading is becoming perceptible. Like the television or radio. Radio waves are everywhere. In radio, it manifests and starts singing and talking. Imperceptible is becoming perceptible. I can perceive it through my ears. Sound can be heard. TV, I can see through the eyes. It is perceivable. Before it projects through the projector, before it projects through a television set, before it projects through a radio, it is an imperceptible aspect. The avyakta. Avyakta is becoming vyakta. This is called the avyakta becoming vyakta, to be perceived by the humans, is called avatara. Avatara can be any time. For one person's sake, he can appear in front of him. He has no limitations. So he can manifest through matter, as an image, as a Narsimha comes out of a pillar. How he appears, you see. Like he can manifest varieties of incarnations. Purnavatara, Amshavatara, Aveshavatara, so many times, so many types of manifestation. All these are forms of manifestation, and all these are called avatars. You see, in Sri Ramakrishna's life, a lady comes, Aghoramana Devi, all used to call her Gopalirma. God is playing with her as a small child. 40 years she goes on repeating one mantra, sitting alone, leaving everything. And one day she sees a baby appearing in front. Others are not able to see. She takes it, she puts in her arms, takes it here, there, giving him bath, feeding him, making him sleep, everything. When she comes to Sri Ramakrishna, that baby is sitting on her shoulders and dangling its legs. Sri Ramakrishna sees, wonders, tells Naren, look at her. He is not able to see it. Krishna. So that's a full manifestation which Sri Ramakrishna, Ramlala move about here and there. How it will be. These are all incarnation. God can be realized in these 5 ways: as a transcendental reality, as the immanent reality, as a Lord of the universe, as the indweller in all beings, Antaryamin, and as the Avatara. Whatever way you realize God, you are free from nature forever. Nature can no more bind you. So the whole efforts, and it can be done only through human body, because other body species do not have the opportunity to manifest. The realization, karma, I cannot do karma through any other. Suppose dog bites a man, it doesn't become karma. If man beats a dog, it becomes karma. Because ahankara, ego, doership, enjoyership, knowership, ego and intellect, buddhi are there in man. Nature has given only to human this intelligence, the buddhi has been given to only to man, with which he can make his life comfortable and transcend and go beyond also. It is not there in any other being. This makes the difference between all other beings. And there is no ego. Dog doesn't have an ego. Animals do not have ego. But man has ego. I am the doer. Awareness is there in him. I will do this, I will do that. And intelligence is they have little intelligence to know what it can eat and what it should not eat. That's all. That is also governed by nature. In man it is not so. Having given these two, buddhi and ahankara, the responsibility of the reaction to the action he does, karma, karma phala, is attached to him. If a dog bites, it never become karma, it need not repay. It need not suffer for the bite it has done. Man does anything, it becomes karma and has to pay for it, reap its consequences, good for good, bad for bad. So this karma is there attached to the humans. Because of this law of karma, He can bind himself or release himself. Whatever he does for himself, with the idea of doing, enjoying, possessing, whatever he does, mine and for me, whatever he does becomes a karma. It is binding. I can do some service to others with the expectation of the fruit. Yes, I will get good fruit for that service and I will be happy in my life. I get all things that I am expecting and needing. Comfortable life I may get. Similarly, I can do harm also. For my sake, I don't want him to interfere in my life. I want to kill him, or beat him, or avoid him, or scold him. All this is going to become karma. And I have to suffer for that. Because I've hurt somebody. So, good and bad, right and wrong is decided by the fruit that I am going to do. Both I am doing for myself, good or bad, is binding me. It is like winding a reel. Now, I have to unwind what I have wound. Through the karma I did winding, through the karma alone I do the unwinding also. This unwinding karma is called sadhana. Spiritual life. It is beyond good and bad. Now I sit and meditate, it doesn't become karma. It becomes a source of the destruction of karma. So it doesn't fall in the nature's level of good and bad. He is doing good, no. He is going beyond good and bad. Each sadhana, sitting and doing japa, prayer, worship, all these are the same action. It is involved with action, seeing everything. I have to go and pluck the flowers, do the chandan, everything, but not for my sake, for God's sake. And it becomes sadhana. Same work. The attitude is changed, it becomes a sadhana. The wound things is getting unwound, unwinding. That is called sadhana. And one who does sadhana is called a sadhaka. In sadhaka, there are two aspects. One is, I should not be bound anymore by my own karmas. Life itself is karma. I have to live. I have to earn, I have to do everything. I have to talk to people. Vak is a karmendriya. And now I am careful that nothing becomes good or bad. So what I do? Inevitable. I have to earn my food. I have to go and work somewhere. Otherwise I must take a plow and start plowing the land. Do something to survive myself. Now all these activities I offer to God as my worship. Now when I do everything as a worship, nothing binds me. I go and work and come the whole work. When I offer karma, karma phala and kartritva. I have done this act, also I offer. I have done what karma I have done, that also I am going to offer. And then the fruit of it also I am going to offer. I have offered. When we were in training center, we were taught how to work. Every act, before we start, I am going to sweep this hall, suppose. That sankalpa comes, I have to sweep now. With sankalpa, simultaneously, the thought of divine and dependence on divine must come. You have given this body. This body belongs to nature, it doesn't belong to me. I'm using it. Mind I'm using, senses I'm using, everything. Karmendriyas I'm using. So the one to whom all this belong to, just we remember, oh Lord, I'm going to sweep here. Help me to do this act without any ego. Each time when we are taking broomstick, we already begin taking the name of the Lord and telling Him, I'm going to do this. Be pleased with my actions. Intuit to me in what way I can remain without being disconnected from you. Then we start sweeping, taking the name of God. And last, when the sweeping is over, I have to go and keep the broomstick back there. We do the karma samarpana. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. So here we see I am not bound by the results. And I have done this all. Somebody comes and says, oh, nicely, so much clean and nice. Who has done it? I have done it. That doesn't come. Somebody has asked question, who did it? I have done. But he knows from me inside, he has no right to say I have done, because the doership and what done has been offered to God. So anybody praises, the praise is offered to God, and keep walking. Anybody blames, then also, what paisa you have prepared? You are not put sugar today. A few days back, offering, salt was not put. The salt is not put. Now, who has done this? Now, with all sincerity, suppose I have done, I have forgotten, I have offered already act. Thakur, it has been offered to you. See that it doesn't affect anybody. Give them right understanding. Because he is responsible now. He has to take the blame. Because it has been offered. I disclaim having done it. Sorry for the continuation of the Vyavaharika Jagat. Oh, sorry, I must have forgotten. I will see that it will not be repeated. That's all. There he is shifting already, as he is telling, it has been offered. He is shifting the blame also to you. You are answerable. There is one shloka in Bhagavata or somewhere, I don't remember. Yat kritam yat karishyami tat sarvam na maya kritam tvaya kritam tu phalabhuk tvameva madhusudana. Yat kritam yat karishyami. Whatever I have done and whatever I am going to do has not been done by me. Yat kritam yat karishyami tat sarvam na maya kritam. It has not been done by me. It is done by you. Tvaya kritam tu phalabhuk tvameva. Is blame or praise, it is for you. When it is offered to God, the karma dissolves in the nature without giving a fruit. So people may blame, but that karma stain won't be there on you. So this is the whole, how we convert life into a spiritual life, spiritualizing everything. So the sadhana, sadhaka, and to move with absolute perfection everywhere. I am not caught anywhere, I am not caught anywhere. I am holding on to God all the time. to come to that stage is called awakening of the sadhakatva. Many sadhakas are there, in that sadhakatva is not awakened. How do you know sadhakatva is awakened? That ship, what we call studentship, teachership, and the ship of a sadhaka, the spiritual aspirantship is not awakened. The aspirantship, how do you know? He becomes neutral to the blames and praises. Somebody comes and scolds him, no reaction. He may tell, sorry, I will not do again. Or somebody may hurt, mana, apamana, sukha, dukha, all that someone. He's slowly raising beyond the dualities. First thing is he's becoming silent. He has no complaint over the world. Lord is ruling this and governing. What to blame, whom to blame. And everybody is the balance sheet of his past. He cannot be but that. Because the whole karmic load is fixed. He can change his future, but he cannot change his present. Everybody is driven by his past. So nobody, in Hindi we say, अपने वश में नहीं है वो. He is not in. So this aspect of human, now you imagine how that awakening of sadhakatva would be there. He becomes shanta everywhere. His whole attention he can give in and through all activities going on. He can pay attention to practice peacefully calling on God. This is called sadhakatva. Then the real sadhana begins. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.